Alright guys, welcome in the stream today. So this is the first stream I've done in a very long time. I've had a lot of issues with my OBS and stuff, so I'm hoping all these are resolved and we can get on with playing the game. So this is going to be real short because I'm going to just check the stream to see if I get sound, and we'll go from there. Um, well, here we go. Check this so I don't get any feedback. We're going to go from there. Get my phone out. Open my Twitch. I say I got one viewer in here, so just bear with me because I'm going to be on and off stream here for a little bit because I'm right now just checking to see if all the sound is working and everything, because last time I was in, it wasn't working. So it sounds good right now, so I'm going to restart this stream. So if you are interested in watching, I'm going to be doing some Valheim here in a minute. So I'm going to go offline, and if you want to come back in, please do. And let's get this rocking here. Actually, I'm not going to shut the stream off. We're just going to go for it. That's what we're going to do. Let's just go for it. What the heck, right? We did a test. We can add that. All right, so guys, I'm going to do kind of a tutorial today on how to start Valheim. So if you've never played before, there's a lot of settings you can go through and adjustments that you can make. Keyboard, mouse, controller graphics, accessibility, so on and so forth. So you can change a lot of these things that you might want to change. I usually leave most of my stuff at whatever the standard setting is. To start a game, I do have some many worlds already started, but we're gonna start a new world today. So we're gonna go new. Now you get a choice of your characters. You can use male or female. You can adjust your skin tone, lighter, darker, however you like. You can do no hair. You can do a whole bunch of hairstyles. And I'm just going to flip through these. Like, if you guys end up starting the game, you can choose your own hairstyles. You can go through, do whatever you want to do, obviously. So there's quite a few hairstyles to choose from. And there's a lot more than when I first started. Let's put it that way. So we'll go, let's see, what's this? No, we're not doing a bun. Yeah, kind of like that style. And then you got multiple styles of beards. You can just kind of go through. And let's see. What's my favorite? This, I think I like. What? No, that's not the one. We're going to do, yeah, we'll do the tidy. I mean, that's probably not the actual thing. Let's see. So hair tone, you can darken, lighten, blondness, so you can make it blonder, lighter, darker, however you want. And then you just pick a name. I don't know. What should we do for a name? Oh God, I can't even think of a name right now. Let's do, I don't know. What should we do? How about Valder? That sounds pretty good. So you select your name, you click done, obviously. So we're gonna hit the start, and then we're gonna go into world modifiers. So I always I do between 1.5 and 2 times uh, the drop rates, because if you've played this before they had any of this, it was so frustrating because it took you forever to get materials, and like you literally waste days on end uh, trying to gather materials and stuff. So I like to put it at 1.5 to 2. We're going to leave it at 2. Combat, we're going to do normal, death penalty, normal, rage, normal. Portal items. One of the things we begged for years was portals to be able to allow ore to go through. That never made sense to me. I mean, you could take everything else but ore, and then you had to sell. So again, another thing that would take time, hours on end, to do things. So I always put my portals to portal all items. The only thing you can't take through is animals and carts. Things like that cannot go through the portal with you. Um, it would be cool if the carts went through, because, well, it would save a lot of time. Um, so that's all basic. You can do all these different modes. You can reset it to normal. It just puts all these back to 0. And you have fire hazards, player base raids, no build costs, passive enemies, no map. We're definitely not doing no map. So there's where I like to put my settings. Um, and then we're going to start a new world, because I do have a starter world that I started doing, but I was not able to record. So um, I'm going to leave that one alone. So we're going to do a new world. And let's call this one Valheim beginning. Beginner. No, let's call it. Let's do something else. Let's see. Startup. I already have a start world, so we'll just do startup. And then this is your seed. So if you like your seed, right, and you want to share it with other people, or give it out, and it's a really good seed, you want to remember that and leave that alone. What I did when I first started is, if you see that one that says burn wood right here, um, I literally changed the name of my seed, and it's a actually pretty good seed. The problem is I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know what this actual seed is. So don't change that if you think you might want to share it with other people. Leave your seed alone and then click done. Now, if you choose and you want to bring friends in, you can just select this here. This is your start as server. And then you need to make a simple uh, password. I think it has to be like 6 letters. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to start a normal, so-called normal game. So we do have those few modifiers on there, but let's get this started. So it takes a few minutes to load in, guys. Once you get started, it wants to load your seeds, so that does take a few minutes. Um, before we load in, what I want to tell you is, as you're flying in, you can look around. So my suggestion is look around. Now this stream is only going to be about 25 to 30 minutes long. So I just want to get the start process done. And then I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to restart the stream so that I can try and uh, use this to put up on my channel in YouTube, because I don't edit videos. So I want to keep these raw and to the point. So these will be 30-minute streams, and I will discontinue one stream and start another stream, and I will do that 2 to 3 times today, so that we can get some of these videos out. I want to get these videos out before September 9th, when version 1.0 drops. So here we go, guys. We're gonna start with a message from the gods. So Odin's going to give us a little message here. or I should say a little background on what Odin did. Oh, coffee time, coffee time. Right, so once that's finished, we're going to fly in and we'll start with basic gameplay. So, again, first things first, guys, look around as you're flying in. Don't just let them fly in. Look down, right? So, I see a lot of forestry there, and I'm hoping. Hmm. It's a little cloudy and stormy. Always starts out stormy. Don't be surprised. But you can still, if you watch when the lightning comes up, especially, you can still look around. It looks like there's possibly some water to the left there. Oh, nope, that's more trees. Maybe to the right. Might be a shoreline over there. Okay, we're going into a hill area. I don't like to start out on a hill. And it looks like there might be a mountain into the right there. Yeah, I don't like when they start us out on a hill like this. But here we are. Okay, so once you drop in, these are all the bosses that you're going to take down, right? And then you're going to hang their heads there. First things first, you're going to find your Eikthyr, and that will put it on your map. So you know where to go for your first boss, right? So to get into your map, it's M on the keyboard. If you bring in other players, you want to be visible to them, and you want them to be visible to you, so you're going to select that. To get it off, M takes it off. First things first, we need to get some materials. So we got wood, right? So we can make a few things with that. We need stone, more wood, stone. Um, so once you pull up your menu, this bar up here, I usually use these slots, these first 5 slots for weapons or tools, and then the last 3 I put food in there, so you have quick access to that if you're on the run and you need to eat. This will show you how much stuff you have. They never used to start out with a rag tunic. You used to literally have to get all the things yourself. So we're going to start off the old days in our BVDs. And then tab button will take that off. If you're on Xbox or PS, once it starts, PS, I don't know what the controllers will be, but I'm pretty sure they're similar to Xbox. So the first thing we do, we find food right behind the boss totems. And we're not gaining. We might have to pause this. We're going to need quite a few stones and quite a few wood, so we're going to keep going around. Now, around back one of these things, there should be. Yeah, we're doing one at a time. I don't want to do that. There should be some mushrooms. There we go. There. Farming skill improved, so there are skills throughout the game. To watch your skill board, you hit the tab or your menu button, and if you look across the top, you'll see these. This is your progress through the game, message logs, right? And then your skills are going to be here. So you'll see what your skills are here. If you die, your skills will go down some. So you need to bear that in mind when you're fighting. You really don't want to die. Trophies that you pick up along the way. And this allows you to enable friendly fire. So should you damage somebody else in your game, well, that's what that is. So you can eat up to 3 foods. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to save this. We're going to, the settings is not what we need here. So we need to go and log out real quick. And then we're going to go to the settings again because we want, oh, wrong one. Start game. And then we're going to go to manage world modifiers. So everything was reset to normal because we started out, and I should have thought about that when we made the world. So we want to go 1.5. Let's just do 2. Make it normal. We want everything to portal through, but everything else can stay the same. Done there. I didn't think about that before we started. I should have done that. All right, so in we go. Back to it. So this will start because we don't have a bed, we don't have a building, we don't have any place to spawn in. It's going to literally start us back at the spawn area. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to do a little scavenging here. We're going to run around a little bit. We're going to pick up a few items. Now, normally, oh, I didn't want the dandelions, but we got them. So here we go. Food sources are usually fairly close, so you can pick up a decent amount of food right off, right? You can just run around and pick up these sticks. The other thing you can do, these smaller trees, you can actually punch them down. We've got enough right now, we can make a stone axe. And there we go, we got some resin, so we can make torches. Now, I really despise the torches. For one thing, most of the creatures that you're trying to kill run away from torches. So it's a good thing if you're low on health and you're trying to scare things off, right? But bad thing if you want to try and kill that thing. So we're going to wander out a little bit because what I want to do is I want to get some materials that are around. So we're going to do something here. Let's see if we can pull this off. We're going to block him, and then we get more powerful. So it gives you a bonus damage when you get that parry in there, right? But make sure you get that right. It also increases your blocking skill, right? So basically, while I'm wandering around here picking up materials for things we're going to need, I'm also looking for, I want to get near water, but I'm also looking for a place for the base. We need a little base to start out in. When you first start out, some people do all-nighters, but you don't get the rested buff, right? So we want to get a small base as quickly as possible. So one thing I want to make quickly is a club. This club is a good start weapon. You can knock down trees with it. You can, well, most of the enemies you start out with are easy enough to club, right? So looking around here, yeah, I don't particularly like this area. I do like that it has neck nearby, because there's recipes, you're going to need a lot of that. And here we go with some boars. So before I approach them, I want to fix my toolbar. So as you look at your food, you have different levels. This is a balanced meal, right? So you get 15 health, 15 stamina, and this is more stamina. So the first couple meals that you have are pretty well stamina based, which you kind of need, to be honest. What we can do is we can sit for a minute here. Normally, if you have a fire going and you sit and you're getting rest around a fire, you'll gain a little bit of a buff, and it'll help that bar go up. So I don't want these boars to get too far away. I don't want... We're going to try and sneak. We'll improve our sneak skills, because till we get a bow and arrow, we're only going to be able to sneak up onto deer at first. Once we get a bow and arrow, we'll be able to actually do some damage. So we're going to need a lot of these guys. We are actually going to need a lot of these guys. So one thing I want to do is I want to skip the stone axe. So I'm going to grab a bunch of this flint down here. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. Stone axe is not bad, but the flint axe is slightly better. So the axes, you can actually use them as weapons too, so it makes nice for that. And now I do see this building over here, and we're going to investigate that really quickly. One thing we can do is we could quickly turn this. Oh, I hear a bonus, guys. We are on this. All right, so there's a little buzzing noise in here. I'm going to look around. I want to see if I can see where they are, because there it is right there. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a hammer. And once we get that hammer, we are going to build a crafting bench. So those of you who have played Minecraft know what I'm talking about with crafting. So what we can do at this point is we can repair this building. And I do suggest, if you want the value of the wood, you do so. And right now, we want the value of the wood. But we only want that guy right there. I'm going to wait for him to fall. No, he's not going to fall. There he goes. So it's just one little thing holding us up. As you can see, we just got honey, guys. Honey is definitely a much better source of stamina. All right, why is he there? So to get rid of these bindings, we're going to need to do this. And that'll go away. And then this. Just got to figure out which one gets rid of all of it. So that. Nope. Not that. Well, we're going to repair this because we're going to use this building, guys. There's also a chest up here, and you want to check these chests. There's early access to certain pieces. Like, we got an arrow already. We got some riches there. All right, so what we're going to do here is we need a place. Don't need that. We need a place with a fire. We need a place for rest. Because we need to build a... Let's see. I'm going to repair all this so we don't have to go looking for wood. Right. We need a place with a chimney and a fireplace. So we need a place where the crafting bench can be indoors. And we're running quickly out of time. So let's do this right here. Let's do building. So basically all I'm doing is I'm going to add on to this building. Don't need anything fancy. But we do need a fireplace. And we do need a roof. So this will afford us a second level. Looks of it. Jump up, grab that. Everything you do in the game to improve your skills, you're going to jumping and everything like that. You need to do that as you go along. Should be good for right now. We'll put the fireplace here. We'll put the workbench in there. As your jumping skills improve, you can jump higher and higher. Don't think that needs to be said, but we're gonna say it. This stage, I want to be careful too because you can fall and you kill yourself because you have less than 100 for your health bar. So let's get a roof on this thing. And we're probably going to use just this roof because I think that's what's on there anyway. That doesn't look right. It does not look right at all. There we go. Now your workbench, in order to work, has to have a certain amount of coverage. It has to have a roof. So we're missing requirements. So we're going to go out here. We're going to grab some more wood. And just take these guys down. These come down fairly quickly with the club. That's the other thing too, guys. When you're using the hammer, when you scroll in to look, this will give us more stamina, which is what we need right now. These guys come out of the woodwork, I tell you. So these guys are absolute nuisance. So we're going to use this to build up our blocking skills as well. Going to get the resin from that. Right. We've got quite a bit of stone. We don't need as much stone as I'm grabbing, but we're going to do it anyway. We definitely need to get a workbench, and we need to get this covered. So without coverage, we can't use the workbench. So let's put a wall up here. You need a certain amount of coverage. I see you come in my house. Why you come in my house? Get out. Another thing, every time you go in and out of a door, make sure you close that door. We don't have a door, so yeah. Right, so let's fix our little problem coming up here. As you can see, our equipment's getting worn, so we need to build a crafting bench sooner than later. It needs to have enough coverage. I believe the amount of coverage we have right now is good. There we go. As you can see, we have a crafting bench now. It's covered, it's inside. We can actually repair our items. When you repair items, it does not cost you anything. So repairing items will not cost you anything. So repair your items, go in. Now we can actually make a hole for leveling ground. So the first thing we'll do is bring that guy out. And then we're going to look at upgrades. Do I have enough to upgrade? Absolutely not, because I need a level 2. So we're going to put our hoe on, and what we want to do is we want to get to this area that we want to level out, which would be right about here where that plank is. So we're going to level this out. There we go. Now, just doing it once is not going to do it, guys. So you're going to need to do this a few times. Go. And get it to the level you want. To raise the ground, you have to have stone. And all that entails is that right there. Go back to flattening. And you can see that little dot thing in the center. That is a level, right? If you've got one that's reaching down, then you're not level. There we go. Alexa, stop. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Let's put a cooking station in because we have some boar meat, and this will also start giving us a rested buff. So we want to let's put 2 of these down. We've got to finish the chimney. If we don't, we could get smoke inhalation. Well, we don't want that. So we're out of wood again. Let's run out here. We're doing damage to our building, but again, it doesn't cost us anything to repair it. So we want a door here for our safety, obviously. I think we're going to be okay with the chimney right now because we're not going up to the second story, and you can see the smoke building up there. I will kill you, just to let you know. Okay, so I don't have enough for. All right. So we have 6 more meat. So we're gonna take all that off. So you hear the little sizzle as you go, and you're gonna hear a second sizzle. That second sizzle is gonna be your indication that your food is ready. So we're gonna pause, or well, we're gonna stop this stream here after we get this food cooked, and then we're gonna come back and do another session. And as you can see, new item comes in, right? So we've got cooked meat. So we want this, and we probably want to get rid of that, right? Because we're gonna go up there in a second once we get back to stream, and we're gonna get that queen bee that is sitting up there. Now we don't want to burn this meat. Not right now, because if we burn that meat, we're going to lose valuable stuff, right? Later on, if a piece of meat burns, that's okay. It will turn to charcoal and we'll make... Let's turn you around, big guy. There we go. All right, so that's your first start to the tutorial. I'm going to post this up on my YouTube channel, and we're going to take a little break here, and I'm going to come back and we'll stream another 30 minutes or so. I'm probably going to do about 4 streams today to get this started, and we'll go from there. So guys, if you would, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, and also if you could do me a solid, give me a like, thumbs up on my YouTube channel. If you could go into my YouTube channel, same name as here, and that would be great. And subscribe there as well. And I'm going to be putting up these tutorial videos, as many as possible before the start of this thing. I'm going to try and keep them around 30 minutes. So with that, we're going to pause this here. We're going to make a save. Every time I pause it, I save it just to be sure. And we're going to cut this stream, and then we'll start another one in a few minutes.